Before one of the most controversial nights in hip-hop history, Tory Lanez was once one of the most popular artists in the world. So let's take a look at the rise and fall of Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez, real name Daystar Peterson, has had one of the most interesting and controversial career, to say the least. So how did he go from being one of the hottest artists to facing up to 22 years in prison? Let's start from the beginning. Born on July 27, 1992 in Brampton, Canada, Tory Lanez started rapping and singing seriously at 17, around the time he dropped out of high school.
My throne, my name's like cartilage. I start this, cool on this bitch. You can call a nigga August. Bounce like back on your ass like Spalding. No, I'm not Wheezy. This is not the Carter. This is sort of like the Northern. Lights mixtape, sick tape like a barber. Call me Pearl Harbor. Any problem with me, don't bother. I could have been your father if honored. His mom is really bonkers. Only if my condom really would have ripped shit. Get on my level, nigga. Sit on my throne. My name's like Dick. Let it sit on your tongue.
He started gaining mainstream buzz around 2009 to 2015, releasing mixtape after mixtape after mixtape with consistent flows, hooks, and bars. With all this buzz surrounding his name, it seemed all he was missing was a hit song to take him to that superstardom level. And his song is exactly what he got when he released Say It on July 15, 2015.
You gon' have to do less for you. Tell mama you know how. So you gon' need to do more.
Peaking at 23 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and going 3 times platinum. This is to this day Tory's biggest song. This song also ushered in his label Interscope Records to take him seriously, and 1 year later allow him to release his debut studio album, I Told You, on August 19, 2016, which sold 52,000 units and debuted at number 4 on the US Billboard 200 chart, and over time became certified gold. This album was mostly met with positive reviews. Fast forward 2 years later to 2018, after a lot of touring with the album and the commercial success, Tory Lanez was certified in the rap game for not just his rapping ability, but the ability to sing and songwrite, which made him such a special artist in the rap game. He was one of, if not the most versatile artist at the time, which is shown when he released his second studio album, Memories Don't Die, on March 2nd, 2018. This album had a lot more features and big names attached to it, like Future, Nav, Wiz Khalifa, and 50 Cent. This album ended up selling 54,000 units and showed his consistency as an artist. It also debuted at number 3 on the US Billboard chart. He followed that up with another studio album called Love Me Now, which dropped October 26, 2018, and had more big names like A Boogie, Chris Brown, and Lil Baby. And also did good numbers wise, selling 54,000 units and debuting number 4 on the US Billboard 200. Which shows his consistency he has built as an artist and the type of fan base he has cultivated. After this album, something interesting started to happen to Tory Lanez's career. He has always been involved with beefs throughout his career, but this one started because of a tweet, which he said, "I'm the best rapper alive right now. I will body any of y'all niggas out, period." This was him pretty much calling out anyone that could pick up a mic to rap, to battle him, which leads to a lot of songs, which between him and a bunch of rappers like Joyner Lucas and Don Q. Fans were actually entertained by this, but one beef stands out among the rest was his beef with Dax, with Tory publicly pressing him and forcing Dax to apologize on camera.
Apologize, bro. Apologize, bro. Or you know what's going on. Apologize, my nigga. Apologize, nigga.
I got you, bro.
Apologize, nigga.
I got you, man.
Say sorry, nigga.
My bad for the
Say
diss track,
sorry,
G.
nigga.
Sorry, G.
All right, bet.
I got.
This left fans feeling some type of way because they thought the battle rap was out of good spirit. Some saying Tory took it too far. He later explained what happened on Live with DJ Academics.
Not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes niggas is going through family shit and it's just not about whatever you're talking about. Not to say that we can't do this another time. Never to say that we can't do this another time. We could always do this another time.
Okay.
Boom. Now, hold on. Now, then you take the time to go out and post this shit to the world, right? You got a bunch of niggas at me, this, and the third. So now I'm looking at this nigga like, dang, I lowered my level, humbled myself just for a second to talk to you on a man-to-man tip. Fuck the fact that we both rap. On a man-to-man tip, bro, I'm not even in the mood for this, my nigga. I ain't telling you what's going on, but I'm not in the mood for this, bro. And you gonna go post my DM like I'm some bitch, nigga? Like what not even on.
This was a big moment in Tory's career, with a lot of fans being against him after this incident. He went into album mode, dropping one of my favorite studio albums from him, Chicks Tape 5, on November 15, 2019. This album sold 83,000 units first week and became his second certified gold album. This was his biggest album yet, showing he could still grow and still improve as an artist. And it's one of his highest rated albums. It seemed like he had taken the next step in his career and was probably about to go on tour for this album. Before he could capitalize on its success, COVID-19 hit, which halted everyone's career. This is another turning point in Tory's career, where he started going live on Instagram, calling it quarantine radio, where he could act a fool and invite girls to, well, allow girls to do what girls do on live. And with him hosting, this became one of the biggest things people wanted to watch during quarantine. He would also let celebrities hop on the live and connect with their fans and show fans how they're doing during quarantine, with him hosting Drake and breaking Instagram's live record for most views at the time with 280K. This
Ultimate light skin.
I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, Drake. Before we go any further, before we take this shot, we have to shout out the fact that we're the only two people in the game that have ever hit 300,000. Quarantine radio.
Also around the time Meg and Tory started being friends, with Megan stating that they became good friends over her losing her mother and Tory knowing the pain of that. Tory also released new music, dropping another album, The New Toronto 3, on April 10th, 2020, and that sold 64,000 units first week and charted number 2 on the US Billboard. It seemed like everything was going right for Tory. His fan base was stronger than ever. He was also getting the most exposure he has ever gotten in quarantine and was getting more fame for his talent to entertain. So how did one night change the course of his career? Well, on July 12, 2020, Kylie Jenner invited Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion and also Kelsey Harris to attend her pool party. After what is said to be a good night of partying, with Megan going live with Tory and Kylie Jenner, all three leave the party, drunk at the time. With the security guard driving, it's hard to get an accurate statement of what happened that night, but we know there was an argument and Megan got shot. The cops were called on the scene and detained everyone and sent Megan and Kelsey to the hospital and Tory to jail. The statement Meg gave, saying she stepped on glass, with her months later saying she lied because she was scared for her life and the cops were aggressive and she was trying to protect everyone at the scene. But the
police come, I'm scared. All this shit going on with the police is shooting motherfuckers for anything. The police was literally killing black people for no motherfucking reason. Soon as the police tell us all get out the motherfucking car, the police is really aggressive. You think I'm about to tell the police that we, niggas, us black people, got a gun in the car? You want me to tell the laws that we got a gun in the car so they can shoot all of us up? Nigga, I'm scared. It's a fucking helicopter over us and some more shit. Why the fuck would I tell the laws somebody got a gun in this car and this nigga shot me? So I can get shot, you can get shot, she can get shot, he can get shot. I ain't tell the police what happened immediately right then because I didn't want to die. I don't want the police to shoot me because it's a nigga with a gun in the car. I'm leaking, I'm bleeding. Motherfucker, somebody, I'm lying, bitch. Did I pay a helicopter to come over me?
They later confirmed there were bullet fragments in both of her feet. Well, you might ask, where is Tory at this time? Tory is still in jail at this time. He called from jail and was seen to be apologizing for something, stating he was drunk, but it wasn't confirmed what he was apologizing for.
Hello?
Hey.
Y'all got out safe and everything?
Huh?
Y'all got out and everything, y'all good?
Megan's still in the hospital. I'm outside the hospital.
What hospital y'all at?
About what?
You said what?
You're listening to Street TV.
I said Megan's in the hospital still. I'm outside the hospital waiting.
What hospital are you at?
I don't know. Let me see. Cedar, something like that. Cedar.
Bro.
Sure.
Regardless, I know she probably never ever gonna talk to me ever again, but bruh, I just want you to know, bruh. Nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. That ass. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, that ass, nigga. I'd never do some shit like that, bro. Just that, nigga, I was so fucking drunk, nigga. I just didn't even understand what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, so, whatever,
Yeah.
bro. But, regardless, that's not gonna make anything right. And that's not gonna make my actions right, bro. But I'm just deeply sorry, bro. I never even moved like that, bro. Like, never moved like that at all, bro. Like, for real, dog.
I know. There's a lot that happens, but
A whole lot, bro. Like, a whole lot, bro. I feel crazy, bro. But in this day, like, what happened already, bro. I can't take it back, bro. I'm just telling y'all, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
You're listening to Street TV.
I think I was just too drunk, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I got to the house, shorty, like, all top niggas, they gave me like 5 shots, like, off the door, like, you feel me? So I was out of there, like, wasn't even there with niggas, like, you feel me? We was taking shots past that time. I wasn't even there with niggas, like, bro. I don't even remember what we was even arguing about, bro. Like, you feel me? Like,
yeah, no, I was already fucked up by the time you got there, so I don't know how much.
It's like, but tell me what hospital she's in.
You're listening to Street TV.
I just told you, Cedar Medical.
Alright, you ain't got Corn's number, right? You ain't got my security number.
Just to put a disclaimer, this was released after the trial and was not released immediately when he made the phone call, but this was immediately after Megan was shot. And I'm just going in chronological order of the events that happened or what happened during that time. Fast forward 5 days later to July 17th, 2020. Megan tweeted out a cryptic tweet stating, "Black women are so unprotected. We hold so many things in to protect the feelings of others without concerning our own. It might be funny to y'all on the internet and just another messy topic for y'all to talk about, but this is my real life, and I'm real life hurt and traumatized." After radio silence from both of them for about a month, Megan officially comes out and says Tory shot her on live on August 20, 2020.
But I'm not gonna let y'all keep playing in my face. And I'm not gonna let this nigga keep playing in my face either. So, since y'all hoes so worried about it, yes, this nigga Tory shot me. You shot me. And you got your...
This hurt Tory's career, with the industry blackballing him and not giving him any push. Not because they didn't like Tory, but because the public had already decided, even without a trial, that Tory was guilty. With just a day later, Charlamagne giving him Donkey of the Day, even with no trial, Charlamagne already had the presumption that he did it.
I've been called a lot in my 23 years, but Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Donkey of the Day for Friday, August 21st goes to Daystar Peterson, known to the planet as Tory Lanez. Last night, Megan Thee Stallion identified Tory Lanez as the alleged triggerman in last month's shooting incident that left Megan shot in the feet.
And that was pretty much the whole world's perception. Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion. But there were still some people that thought Tory was innocent and Megan was faking the whole thing and wasn't even shot at all. But there is medical proof with medical records stating that Megan Thee Stallion was shot. Instead of addressing him publicly, a month later, Tory released a self-titled album called Daystar on September 25th, 2020. This album only sold 36,000 units. He used this album to express what he felt about the situation and how he felt with the industry being against him and why he felt he was innocent in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting. With lines like, "How the fuck you get shot in your foot? Don't hit no bones or tendons. How the fuck your team is trying to paint me as a whole menace? I just lost like $10 million because of this cold business." Even with all this controversy, this is the first time his album sold under 50K. And I have 3 general reasons why his album did so bad. First is with the people. Anyone that was still a Tory fan was being condemned online, destroying his fan base. The people were against him. They were saying he was an abuser of black women. Second, the industry was against him. No rapper/artist wanted to do a song with Tory. he was seemingly cut off from the music industry, and you would think with hip-hop being so based on violence that artists wouldn't mind doing a song with him, but it seemed that every rapper drew a line when it came to this situation. Third was the media. He had no positive media coverage. Everything surrounding his name was based around this shooting and what could have happened that night. 1 month later, Tory was officially charged with shooting Megan Thee Stallion on October 8th, 2020. 12 days later, Tory went live to rehash what happened that night from his point of view and the flaws in Megan's story.
She knew she had to do certain sympathetic things, I guess, to push the narrative, and I don't know who told her to do certain things like that, and I'm not the one who's trying to, like, ever point the finger at anybody. But when it really comes down to it, it's like, you went on live on your birthday, and then you said, on my birthday, and then you said, I got shot in my foot, and it didn't hit no bones or tendons. So everybody's looking at this, and again, the internet is a sick place. This is a place where people don't give a fuck about you. They do what they do. They antagonize and they do what they do. You go in and you see you get shot in your foot, no bones or tendons. The internet goes into an outrage because some people are like, hold on, how you not get shot? How you get shot in your foot and it don't hit no bones or tendons? Like, whoever is watching this, like, if you need to go on Google and look at a foot anatomy of bones and skeletons and tendons, you realize there's like 30 bones in your feet and like 100 tendons, some crazy number like that, right? So she now gets to this place where the people are like, hold on, and again, the internet is sick. The internet starts coming at her and saying, yo, show your feet, because we're seeing you at DJ Khaled's house and you're on your tippy toes.
After this live, Tory goes radio silent and releases some album, but none of the albums do good. The numbers really never recovered. His fan base was lost. Fast forward 2 years later, April 24, 2022, Megan goes on national television with Gayle King to explain the situation.
Like, because I see it's getting crazy. Mm-hmm. So I get out the car and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming, he said, dance, and he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, he shot.
Later on, Tory goes on DJ Academic podcast Off the Record, stating how much time he's facing and pretty much talking about the situation and how he's taking the situation gracefully.
And I know I even said it to you privately, and you know what you said? In the end, I'm gonna be fine.
It's as simple as 3 words, brother. Time and place. There's gonna be a time and a place for that. But I do know this is not the time and place. The internet, like I said, is not a therapist. It doesn't matter what I say to those people online. Until it is in that black and white, it doesn't matter anyway. So there will be a time and a place. The difference between a lot of artists and me is they get so fed up with the, nah, and the screaming at them and the, you did, and the accusation or whatever it is that they're going through, that they feel the need to express themselves to people who do not know them. There is a time and a place, brother.
A couple months later, we're at the trial, one of the most watched trials this year. On December 12th, the trial began and ended on December 23rd, with all the evidence being presented, some of which being DNA evidence and testimonies. I don't think anyone really got to the core of what happened that night. There were so many different stories, and with all of this, Tory was still found guilty. With that, people are split, with some believing that the system is finally protecting black women and justice was served, and some believing that, again, another black man was wrongly accused and wrongly convicted of a crime he didn't do. This in general sums up Tory's 13-year career, from looking like a budding star to losing it all because of one night.